Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome.
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is. Your favorite sports show is back. This is Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I'm tonight's host, as always, your boy Young Room 22 on all socials, man. If you're new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all the loyal listeners, followers. Got another great show for y'all tonight. So I'm gonna kick it to the fellas, let them introduce themselves. My boy with the beanie like Ray J is gonna be moving all kind of crazy, I'm sure.
Yo, what's up, fellas? It's been a while. I just want to say, man, spring is around the corner. We're getting a little bit of rain up here, up in Jersey, but I don't know about you guys. I've been watching a couple of spring training games right now, and in a couple of days, fellas, our U.S. pride is about to roam around us. We're about to have some, what I like to call the greatest sports, well, second compared to boxing. The greatest sports of all time, the baseball World Classic is upon us, fellas. And just in 2 days, if you're a gambler, may the gambling gods be with you.
After we were just looking at these rosters, I hope you're not gambling too much on these games. But we definitely gonna get into a little bit of the World Baseball Classic. Some new rules in the MLB as well. Baseball's right around the corner. This is the perfect gas crew to get into a little baseball with. We should start doing a little bit more of that. Keeping it pushing though, man. Top left.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer. Yeah, man, you made a good point right there, Ron. Because if anybody else was on the show tonight, we would not be able to talk baseball. So shout out to having the baseball crew on tonight.
For real.
Definitely excited for the topics, man. I feel like some of these topics we got tonight been setting the group chat on fire. So it's going to be nice to bring the group chat topics to the show.
Right. So before we even get to any of the baseball stuff, because we definitely will, we got a little NFL combine as well. Luka's name is circulating, so we're gonna get into that combo. But like Bryce just mentioned, the group chat was on fire, man. So I wish everybody was here for this one. But we definitely gonna revisit this topic, I'm sure, multiple times over the NFL all season. And that was one with the release of Kyler Murray. I believe Adam Schefter and all them tweeted earlier today that barring the trade, Kyler Murray will be released this time next week when the NFL offseason is official or whatever. So unless somebody swoops in and trades him in the last hour, then Kyler Murray is up out of there. I myself didn't even think it was that big of a deal, that much news, because me knowing football the way I know football, Kyler's a bum. That's what I said in the group chat. That's what sparked the fury of comebacks, which I believe Bryce started. So Bryce, I'm gonna give you the floor first here, and then I'm gonna let chime in. But I just want to make a point before the show, in the pre-show, you even said Kyler Murray is not even top 10 in his own conference. So let's keep that in mind as you take the floor.
Kyler Murray a bum is crazy talk, bro. Like I feel you might be judging him off his down years. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But we got two different type of quarterbacks in the NFL, right? Those in good situations and those in bad situations. There is no okay situation. There's no middle ground with this. Kyler Murray has made the most out of bad situations for the majority of his career. The Cardinals have not been a well-run organization for the majority of Kyler Murray's career. And somehow he's put up numbers on par with quarterbacks that you seem to love, Ron. If we look at career numbers for Kyler Murray and one Sam Darnold, we would see that Kyler Murray's got just as many yards with a lot less picks, all right? So I feel you, like Kyler. I feel where you're coming from, Kyler bum, if you taking the what have you done for me lately route. But if we're looking at potential, arm talent, athletic ability, improvisation ability, I don't see how Kyler Murray is a bum, bro. I feel like he's just waiting for the right situation to thrive in. I feel like you put Kyler Murray on a team like, let's say, How about the Minnesota Vikings? Right? You gonna tell me that Kyler Murray couldn't do work with the Vikings and Justin Jefferson and the Kevin O'Connell system? I beg to differ, man. So it'll be all about landing spots for Kyler. I'd hate to see him go to like Raiders, you know what I'm saying, where I feel like that's another poorly run organization. But I think if you get him to a Minnesota Vikings, if you get him to shit, maybe even a Steelers, right? Although their new regime is yet to be proven, but you get him to a team like that, maybe we see Kyler in a good situation and we see him able to thrive.
So he needs the right situation. I mean, when the Cardinals brought him in, he was franchise guy. Was what he was sold as. Now he needs the right situation. Gee, man, we're gonna talk about baseball later. Maybe we should save Kyler Murray for that conversation as well. You didn't you
Nasty
didn't
work, man.
you didn't chime in too much in the group chat. Let me know your thoughts here.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and call him a bum, but I'm also not gonna sit here and be like he's a top 10 quarterback in the league, let alone in the NFC. What I will say is like the league caught up to him. His height is literally his deficiency at this point with this game. Like when I thought he had Marvis Harris Jr. go over there, I thought that was gonna be a great tandem. Like he has a tall receiver that could run the routes, but clearly, like he's look how Marvis Harris Jr.'s looked after Kyler Williams was no longer his quarterback. The dude looks like a stud again. Like he looked like the hype that was coming into the league last year. Like and then you saw him like, well, damn, like you knew this kid that he was a phenomenal player in college when he played for Ohio State, and then just to come in, like Kyler Williams, you thought a former MVP, Heisman winner, matter of fact, not to say people MVP runner up was gonna transition great duo, and then that was never the case. I think the fact that he's short. What is he like? Not 5'9" or 5'10"? What is he listed at? Like, because they try to tell you he's 6 feet tall, and I don't think so. I think he's even shorter than Russell. It doesn't help neither that he's been injury prone, and like he tries to play like he's in college again. And in the NFL, you only could do that so much before like the league catches on to you, before defensive coordinators just dial up the right schemes. And they're like, yo, well, let him run around, but he's not going to get past a certain place to make any big plays. Like, it's true what they say. Your first year, you get away with a lot of stuff because they don't have enough tape of you. Your second year only goes so much further. And by your third year, like, the defense knows what are your ticks and what makes you great and what makes you a poor quarterback. And to call him a bust, it's a lot. It's to say a lot.
Nah, it's not a lot at all, man.
It is because look, prior to his injuries, like he was looking good. I remember that year when Bryce told me, "Yo, you got to take him as one of your top starters in fantasy football." The year before, the dude he was like what in third place behind Josh Allen before he got hurt. I mean, from my personal opinion, it's a lot. But is he trending in that direction? He surely is because I don't. My thing is if a team is willing to take a $30 million cap hit for you, it goes to show they lost faith in you already. Like you ran through like 3 head coaches, if I'm not mistaken, and it's like, what more can we do with you?
I mean, I feel that, right? But like, bro, it's really only one down year for Kyler recently. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the one down year. The year before. 3. The year before last, he went 3,800 yards, like 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 24.
Yeah, he's had one decent year in the last 4, one decent year. And you want to talk about he keeps getting hurt, you know what he is? He's this generation's RG3, but without the devastating injury. Like you're an injury prone quarterback who's mid at best. Like to compare him to Sam Darnold, or to say that he could go on a Sam Darnold like run. Sam Darnold's won 23, 24 games the last 2 seasons, thrown 60 touchdowns the last 2 seasons. Like Kyler Murray is not on that trajectory at all.
Yeah, but none of us saw this coming out of
Neither was Sam Darnold.
There's no situation for Kyler Murray to go on that trajectory.
Bro, but neither was Sam Darnold, bro. Sam Darnold was the guy that was seeing ghosts up until he got Kevin O'Connell. Like, let's not forget that, bro.
Well,
If you would
let
have
T tell it.
taken
Brock
Sam
Purdy more
Darnold's
than
stats his first 5 years in the league and taken Kyler Murray's stats his first 5 years in the league, they wouldn't even compare, bro.
yeah.
So
Kyler's first 3, he cooked. But
I'm just saying, bro. Like Sam Darnold's had 2 good seasons.
if look, this is the thing. Me and you were talking before the show how Ohio State, if we could draft anybody from Ohio State in that top 10, right? It would be great. You mean to tell me Kyler Murray got a wide receiver from Ohio State, wide receiver the son of a Hall of Famer, and he can't cook with that man? Like, come on, bro. Like what is not Marvin Harrison Jr.
He
is
did
Kyler
cook
Murray.
with him though.
No, he didn't.
What you
where was
mean,
this?
bro?
It was Dorsett that Marvis Harris Jr. had his better numbers.
No, Marvin Harrison's rookie year was with Kyler Murray.
Yeah, they were horrible.
Yeah, but he didn't play that much that year, and they weren't on the same.
What you mean? Like Kyler, this was Marvin Harrison's second year, and Kyler was hurt.
And exactly, and Marvis Harris Jr. exploded.
Did he?
Yeah. I think he had like a over 200 and something yard game. He had a crazy Thursday night game, if I'm not mistaken.
He had less yards this year than he had last year.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
So,
By how much?
He had his best season with Kyler by far.
Get the fuck out of here. Am I smoking Krills? I'm not smoking Krills.
nah.
This is crazy. I don't even know what Krills is. You want to develop drugs.
Krills is crack. Ladies and gentlemen, Krills is crack. And I'm not smoking crack.
with that hat on, you could have fooled me.
Tyrone Pickums, baby.
Oh, I went out today,
And but for real though, man, all I'm saying is, bro, Kyler Murray in the right situation, I feel like could be very successful in the league, bro. I mean, let's keep in mind too. Let's look how Kyler's career started. Started with Cliff Kingsbury, right? Cool, great rookie season. Cliff Kingsbury is now proving that his offense is tail off the longer you have him as your old coordinator. So it's kind of a proven fact. He did the same thing with Jaden Daniels, right? So we're going to point the finger at Kyler Murray for that. Then they replace him with a defensive-minded head coach, right? So it's not like they got offensive minds to, really take care of Kyler. They went and got a defensive coach, and the defense still wasn't performing at the top level. So Kyler didn't really have a great defense. His first 4, 5, 6 seasons, they didn't have elite weapons. Eventually, they do bring in Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison's a pretty damn good rookie year. Then Kyler gets hurt. Marvin Harrison's second year. I mean, I don't know what more like Kyler could do in that situation. I think a lot of quarterbacks would have failed horrendously in the situation that Kyler Murray was put in.
I mean, you make a couple good points, but like at the end of the day, bro, like Kyler Murray is just not it, and I'm gonna have to put everybody's feet to the fire on this one, man. Like, are you taking Kyler Murray or are you taking Baker Mayfield? You got one game to win it on. What should be you taking?
I'm happy you brought up Baker Mayfield because that didn't even come to my mind, bro. That's the perfect example of a player who underachieved and just now recently is looking like a much better player, bro. Like, why couldn't Kyler Murray have that type of turnaround? I don't understand why you think he couldn't if Baker did it.
Height, brother. Who's taller?
They're like the same height.
I don't think so.
So you're telling me that Kyler's going to go on a Baker like run on his second stint? Because that probably is the best comp, right? Because a lot of the things I would say about Kyler, people would have probably said about Baker as well. But do you see Kyler turning it around with his studying? He's going to get off the Call of Duty. He's going to stop because it wasn't just with Cliff. It wasn't just with Cliff that he falls off in the second half of the season. The good season you just alluded to fell off the rails the second half. So, and Cliff was with the Commanders that year, going to the NFC Championship. So, I mean, what is it with Kyler, bro? When's he going to break this glass ceiling?
I'll wait to see the situation first before I commit to
I'll take Baker. Baker is 6'1". Kyler Murray is 5'10". I'm gonna take the guy that can see over his offensive line. I think that's been the one thing everybody ever said about Kyler Murray, that he can't see over his offensive line, and I'm gonna take the guy that could see over a bunch of hogs protecting him.
All right, let me ask you on a guy that's not popular in the group chat. Would you take Kyler Murray or Jared Goff?
I mean,
I'll
Jared
take
Goff.
Jared Goff,
Yeah.
100%.
See what
But
I'm
Jared
saying?
Goff is
See
a
what I'm
damn
saying?
good quarterback. That's not like that's
That's
not.
Jared Goff is not a bad quarterback. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a
are you
slight
trying
to
to shit?
Kyler
You trying
taking
to shit
Goff.
on Jared Goff?
All right, Kyler Murray or Daniel Jones?
I'm taking
Jared Goff.
Kyler Murray, bro.
No. Kyler Murray. I ain't taking Daniel Jones. I hate Daniel Jones.
Bro, that's another one. Like, I was loving Daniel Jones this season, and he was horrible. Like, bro, quarterbacks, if anything, if recent times have shown us anything, is that if you got a quarterback that's talented, arm talent, playmaking talent, sometimes they're just waiting for the right situation, bro. And situation means just as much as talent these days when it comes to these quarterbacks, bro. Let's see Kyler in a good situation. And then if he strikes out with a Kevin O'Connell, all right, bro, I'll agree with you. Maybe it's Kyler. But mark my words, he's going to the Vikings, and he's going to do work over there. Remember, I called this.
I mean, nah, man. When this looks too good to be true, because I know I heard that, I've been hearing that a lot, but I don't. I mean, if you're the Vikings, what you do is JJ McCarthy then.
Oh, that boy gone.
But you gave up a 9th pick for him. Like, you could have gotten something way better than picking him up.
Good riddance, nigga. Sometimes it be like that.
I just don't see how the logic follows. So Kyler Murray goes to the Vikings, and they're a 10-win team.
No, fuck no.
They're definitely not, because
I think
you're
so.
not taking them over Jared Goff. You're not taking them over Caleb Williams. Are you taking them over Jordan Love?
I mean, that's not the game we have to play, because all these
Bro,
quarterbacks.
that's
all
how the
these
NFL
quarterbacks
works,
you're
bro.
naming,
You know it comes down to the QBs.
Nah,
Kyler
bro,
Murray's not going to Green Bay and beating Jordan Love.
All the quarterbacks you're naming, we wouldn't have taken Darnold over them before the last 2 seasons happened. So it's just like, if you want to live in what they just did, I feel you. But I'm projecting what I think they can be in certain situations. I think if you give Kyler Murray to Kevin O'Connell, you're going to see a totally different Kyler Murray than what you saw last year in Arizona, bro.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Time will tell.
That was disrespectful the more I think about it, bro. Like, come on, what we doing here, bro?
I mean, Kyler's a bum. Like, he hasn't been good, bro. Even the good seasons y'all could point to have just been mid to me. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Kyler's been like what does Scruff say? High mid. like that. That's what Kyler's been.
That's crazy talk right there.
You know what they say? 2 things could be right. He could be a bum. He is a bum, and he might not be a bum. 2 things could be right.
Mean, bum is a little disrespectful, I guess. Like Kyler Murray is a middle of the pack quarterback at best.
I'll agree to that statement, because your best ability is availability, and sometimes he hasn't been available as the last couple of years. He's been hurt.
I agree with that. Healthy Kyler, though, is giving you 4,500 to 4,600.
Well, he's never done that, so just chill out.
That's what he does when he's healthy, bro. He's giving you 4,500 yards, total yards.
When has he ever done that?
Let's not forget, bro. Kyler Murray doesn't just pass the ball.
He's never passed for over 4,000 yards.
You're not hearing me, bro. I said total yards. He's gonna give you 3,800 through the air, another 600 on the ground. He giving you damn near 4,500 yards, bro. Damn near damn near 30 touch. He gonna give you 20, 25 passing touch, another 8 to 10 rushing joint. Like, bro, this is a high level. This is like, you're not just, these don't grow on trees, bro. You're not just finding Kyler Murray's, bro. Like, I don't know what we talking about here. Is Kyler Murray a legitimate running game and a legitimate wide receiver one, like they would have in Minnesota, and a defense? Bro, he never even had a defense.
I guess they never had a defense, but now Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a legitimate wide receiver one.
I never once said that, but he had rookie Marvin Harrison, where many people were saying, "Damn, Marvin Harrison's not the guy we thought he was," because he was dropping passes left and right with Kyler dropping dimes to him his rookie year. So, like, give him Justin Jefferson, give him the Vikings run game scheme with the zone run scheme. Give him the Vikings defense with Brian Flores, bro. Like, dog, what are we talking about here? Like, Kyler would be a dog in that situation. I'm willing to bet it, and I bet he goes to the Vikings. I bet he does well. Watch.
Man, give me a better microphone, better lighting, a better background. Like, come on, bro. Like, you named like 8 things that Kyler needs, bro. Like that's kind of what I'm saying is we're propping Kyler up like he's like capable of going on this run when all we've seen from Kyler is mediocre football, bro. And I know you said he runs the ball too. I know you included the running stats, and that's fine. That's because you should, as we all should. But that also leads to him getting hurt, which has been the biggest problem. So to be honest, for Kyler to be the most effective and actually go on the run that you're talking about, he would need to dial some of those rushing stats back because he's obviously shown that he can do those things, but he can't sustain it. So there's no playoff run. There's no 10 to 12 games. Like I know I'm talking just about Kyler, but I just really don't see him going on the same type of run as a Sam Darnold or a couple other quarterbacks have.
Bro, all he needs is a Sam Darnold type situation. Like you saying I'm naming a lot of things. I just basically named Sam Darnold situation.
But that's a lot, bro. Because how many are Sam Darnold situations?
I mean, Sam Darnold has gotten the best situation.
But it goes back to what you're saying earlier. You're naming a lot, but that's a lot in itself to say you need a Sam Darnold situation because that's a lot.
And that's my point. Is Sam Darnold's in a hell of a situation. So before we start pointing to Sam Darnold's and Daniel Jones as guys who literally have tailor-made situations, right? I mean, Phillip Rivers went into the Colts and won some games. Like, we're going to give a tailor-made situation.
He won a game.
If you give a tailor-made situation to Kyler Murray, I don't think saying he could have a similar season to Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones is all base, bro. I think that's probably what he does easily. Maybe even better, bro.
So who has a better year next year? Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray if he goes to the Vikings? And I'm not talking about as a team overall. I'm talking about stat wise.
I don't know. But like, if you were to drop Kyler Murray on that Eagles team that won the chip.
No, let's not do that because that's too much hypothetical. It's an easy company because I don't think Kyler Murray will be better than Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is like he had a good run. It's hard to diminish that, like to shit on Jalen Hurts for that.
I don't know, bro. Situation is everything when it comes to these quarterbacks, bro. Like y'all acting like any of these quarterbacks. It's not too many quarterbacks out here that are the reason. It's probably like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, not even maybe Lamar, and maybe like Jaden Daniels rookie season. Most of these quarterbacks have tailor-made situations for them, bro. And Kyler Murray was the type of quarterback that was the reason when the Cardinals were going 9-7, scraping for a wild card berth. Like he was the reason, bro. It wasn't perfect situation where Kenneth Walker's our MVP. All right, like. It wasn't that type of vibe for Kyler, bro.
Nah, we'll see where Kyler ends up, man. We'll definitely be revisiting this, I'm sure, when Scruff and all them are on the show as well.
Okay, but if you're Kyler Murray, right, do you want to get up out of the NFC West to go to the NFC North?
If I'm Kyler Murray, I want the Sam Darnold situation. Like, make no mistake about it. I'm not pretending like Sam Darnold hasn't, gone from KOD to live. You know what I'm saying? Like you going from premium spot to premium spot, bro. Like,
thank you for admitting that.
I mean, the writing's on the wall, bro. Like, but I'm saying you should still get credit for doing what you got to do, though, because a lot of dudes fumble the situation.
No, that's a fact, but like, it's not a coincidence that Sam Darnold has 2 good seasons after being in 2 great situations. Like, I mean, it's not a coincidence right there. It's not.
It just hit me. I could see him go to the Falcons.
Yeah, people are saying that.
Penix that quick.
It's not that you get. I still think Penix is gonna be a good guy, but I'm just thinking
that was your guy, man.
He is still my guy. He's still my guy, but I could see him going over there. just because he's a healthier quarterback. Because Penix's situation right now is with his ACL.
The only thing that would blow me is if Kyler goes to like a Browns or Raiders. Because if he goes to like a Browns or Raiders, man, so it's over. It's over. Now, I will say one interesting landing spot would be the Jets. All right, Jets.
He's cooked if he goes to the Jets. Man.
I want to say he'd be cooked, but like that would be.
He's cooked, bro. He's gonna play in
You had Eric
MetLife
on the hot
Stadium.
seat every week after he did that little dance, and now you want Kyler to go there.
I thought he was fired after he did that dance, but man survived somehow.
Y'all remember that week too. He's fired, bro. He's fired.
Bro. Shout out to Aaron Glenn, bro. That's a moment in Black history right there. Man survived. Man survived the first season as a Jets coach after high stepping from the sideline, bro. Shout out to him.
No, that's crazy. But let's keep it pushing to the next topic, and that's the NFL Combine. I actually want to keep it on the Cardinals real quick because now that they're moving on from Kyler and they got the number 3 pick, do you think they reach for a QB? Do you think they try to move up to the first spot, swap out with the Raiders? Makes it a little interesting now. Where do you think they go with that pick? What do you think they try to do, and how do they go about replacing Kyler? And yeah, then we'll get into some more combine from there. But yeah, what do you think the Cardinals do, bro?
Yeah, see, that's an interesting question right there because you almost feel like they have to go quarterback, right? What pick do they have?
Number 3.
6?
Third
pick?
Yeah.
Third.
They
So
picked third.
they had the 3rd pick, right?
Yeah.
Cardinals.
So they could make a lot of moves.
I mean, they could, but I feel like if Mendoza's gone, do you want to reach for buddy from Alabama, Ty Simpson? Do you want to reach for him?
Do you think they try to entice the Raiders and get that first pick?
I don't think the Raiders would budge on that because the Raiders also have no quarterback. I mean, right? They probably moving on from. I don't see Geno strapping it back up for the Raiders. Maybe if they're able to get Kyler Murray, if the Raiders get Kyler Murray, then they're willing to trade that pick. I think most likely you lock the Raiders into taking Mendoza 1-1. And then if you're the Cardinals, you're looking at possibly having to reach for a guy like Ty Simpson. Although I don't think the gap between Mendoza and Simpson is that large, I think the biggest issue with Simpson is that he doesn't have a ton of tape. I think obviously it's recency bias, but I feel like what recency bias has shown us is that quarterbacks with more reps, the quarterback with more years of experience, more game reps in college, end up translating quicker to the NFL. So I think if you're taking a guy like Ty Simpson, you're really taking a crapshoot just because, what does he have, 16, 17 games of film under his belt, right? So I don't know if I would want to do that with the 3rd overall pick. I think if you're the Cardinals, you're probably in that conversation for a guy like a Malik Willis, right? Bringing someone like that in, hoping for the best there. And
how about the kid from Ole Miss? They gave him another year of eligibility.
Yeah, Chambers. He's not coming out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so I mean, you're really down to Mendoza and Ty Simpson as those 2 top quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I heard a guy like
Carson
Simpson
Beck
was like
goes
a 3rd round pick. No,
what's that?
I heard Simpson was he's projected to be like a 3rd round pick.
It depends where you look, right? I do think Simpson ends up going 1st round, just because we see this every year, right? Where there's always some late rising quarterbacks. I can't remember the last draft where only one quarterback was taken in the 1st round. I think even last year, right? Cam Ward went 1, but there was another. Dart was taken 1st round, right?
Yeah.
So there's always going to be these late. He's always going to be these late risers.
It was the draft with Kenny Pickett, I think. Wasn't he the only 1st round QB that year?
Yeah, I think you might be right about that one. So I mean, you know how it goes. There's always going to be these late rising quarterbacks. I see Ty Simpson being that. I could even see teams convincing themselves that Carson Beck could be a franchise QB, right? But as it stands, I don't see the Cardinals.
Carson Beck is going to the draft. I thought he called it quits.
Who?
Carson Beck.
No, he was just throwing at the combine.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I think the Cardinals, if I'm the Cardinals and I'm at 3, I'm probably just taking BPA, right? And what wouldn't shock me completely is if you see the Cardinals take a guy like Jeremiah Love. You know, you got the 3rd pick right there. You just your tailback that you've relied on so heavily over the last few years is now injured, right? It's my man James Conner, right? He had a terrible injury this season. Um,
Another one too.
yeah, and he a dog too, but it's gonna be hard to battle back from that. Place that with Jeremiah Love, you get a quarterback like a Malik Willis from free agency. Maybe you feel like we back in business.
No,
Marvin
not for.
Harrison, you got a little bit of offense there.
I say they go for a safety. They need somebody in that defensive side of the ball.
3rd pick, safety's kind of that's hard to take a safety, but I feel you.
What's the kid that's getting all the love at Ohio State right now? That's they
Caleb
talking.
Downs.
Yeah,
That'd be the highest the safety has gone in a while.
bro. But he's been like the son has been legit.
No, I think he is legit. I don't know if I would take him third. There's a lot of good defensive players though, man.
But
You kind of just got to go with
I'm not
with
taking
with
love
pick.
though. Neither for running back. I mean, if you're looking from a running back at a top 5 pick, that's a lot. You're better off hitting on a defensive player in a top 5 pick than a running back.
Yeah, it was a lot of good defensive players at the combine, especially. All those dudes from Ohio State look nice. I don't know if you caught any of the G man, but I believe the big stat that was going around was all the 40 times for every position. The average 40 time was the fastest it's ever been. So the O line's faster, the D line's faster, everybody was faster. I thought that was kind of crazy.
That goes to show you like the transition of the game, like the modern athlete. Like you got to be quick on your feet. You can't be
Yeah.
that. Just it's not about just having big body weight now. Like you literally got to be have light feet. I
You
mean,
know, oh my bad, go ahead, G.
no. Like if we're still gonna keep the conversation going with the Cardinals, you got to try to find a defense that could like go up against Seattle's offense, the 49ers offense, and like shit. Because if you can't keep up with those 2 offenses, and the Rams offense, like you're really not really gonna do much on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree there. I do want to get y'all's thoughts about some of these elite guys in this draft, man. One of them that I've been going back and forth on with when it comes to value is Jeremiah Love. I feel like Jeremiah Love is going to end up being one of the more polarizing players in this draft because I feel like the talent is top notch, but the position value might not be top notch, right? Like I know a lot of folks are against taking running backs top 5. I wonder where y'all would take Jeremiah Love, bro. Because
Hold
like
on, before we
personally,
continue this conversation, this is not your Notre Dame bias, right?
I don't know the name. I'm a Golden Dome. I'm a Golden Domer, man. I rock with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, but it's not even the bias, bro. Because I really think Jeremiah Love is in that category with like Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, Jameer Gibbs. You feel me? Like best of the best when it comes to running back prospects. And I would take him top 5 personally.
Yeah, nah, I mean Jeremiah Lin, I think he's definitely worth the hype. I think is he a top 5 talent? Absolutely. Do you take him top 5? I mean, I would have to look at the top 5 teams right now. We were just talking about the Cardinals. I wouldn't be mad at the Cardinals taking that pick. You already got Marvin Harrison Jr., who's projected to be, one of the top receivers with time. You get another premium player at the running back position. Now you're tailor made to bring in a QB maybe in the next draft. Maybe you just keep Jacoby Brissett. So I mean, depending on the team, you could make it work for your squad. I know, Commanders. I wouldn't be mad if we paired Jeremiah Love with Jaden Daniels in the backfield, running some read options and RPOs. That wouldn't upset me personally. So you know what I mean? Like I think you just have to make sure if you go with a running back, it absolutely has to be the right fit.
I feel that. What you think, G? You think Jeremiah Love is on that caliber? Saquon, Bijan, Jameer Gibbs, and what is that player worth? Is that player worth top 5 pick?
In recent history, when you're trying to base solely your offense on a run game, Note the Giants with Saquon. Note the Raiders last year with Alshon Jeffrey, where like it didn't look promising.
Hey, you killed me with the names today.
I fucked it up.
You killed Alshon Jeffrey is crazy.
What's his name?
Ashton Genty, bro.
Ashton Genty. Damn. Why am I thinking about the receiver from the Bears turned Eagles? What the fuck?
Alshon Jeffrey. But I knew you were talking about though.
Well, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, but if you're solely trying to base your offense throughout just by having a run game in the modern NFL game, you really can't do that no more. Like it's doable, but you also have to have elite receivers to go hand in hand with that kind of run game. I mean, if you like this kid Love, you really want to see him do good, you want him to be in the late rounds, like somewhere like the Chiefs that needs a running back.
That would be crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Like, shit, you give him to what's another team that needs a running back that's just a running back away? I would say, and the Chiefs is the only team that in my mind that you exactly should think about. Like, yo, they're a running back away.
I mean, the Chiefs got the 9th pick, so I think if he falls to 9, there's no question that the Chiefs grab him at 9. Let's do it like this. I'm a list the teams right in order, and then y'all stop me when you think one of the teams would take them with their pick. So obviously the Raiders got the first pick. They just got Genty though, so no. Jets.
No, I heard they're in Brees Hall in negotiation talk, right?
Yeah, they tagged him.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Who? Cardinals? No.
That next team, that Titans. Now I can see that, like, right, because you got your quarterback, you got a couple young receivers, right, that you probably
matter of fact, no, because they don't have a receiver. Who's the receiver?
I like Alec Iomanner. I feel like I feel like they were building him and Cam Moore was building something last season. And I like Buddy that had that was going crazy with all-purpose yards too.
Is Love better? Is Love better than the receiver from Arizona State, or better than the receiver?
I think Love's the best player in this draft, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, I think talent-wise, I think he's number one. Yeah.
The only player right now I got over Love is that boy Arvell Reese from Ohio State, dog. Outside of Arvell Reese, bro, I don't see nobody that's really messing with Love right now, bro.
I can't. If you're Tennessee, no, pass. Give me a receiver. I need my rookie. My quarterback needs a receiver bad.
All right. Bryson, the Titans. You got your Giants next. Do they pair him with Scottaboo and Dart?
Shit, three headed back because you still got the other kid Tracy there, and Scatterboo come. Nah, if you're the Giants, you need another receiver for your QB. You don't know how Neighbor's gonna look coming out of that knee injury. You want to play.
Next will be the Browns, but they got Judkins. I don't see them.
Yeah, nah. And then you have Simpson too, right? Like low key, people sleeping on him.
Then after that, man, it would be the Commanders, and it will be. We need defense, but it will be hard to pass up on a top tier talent like Love, bro. At this spot, in my opinion.
Who's your running back?
Bill and Eckler.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, bro. Jaden and Jeremiah Love will be a tough little combo right there for teams to have to deal with week in and week out. And then really what it comes down to, bro, is like, do you believe that it really comes down to how much you value the running back position, right? I think recently the position has lost its value, especially amongst fans. But I think in league circles, you can see the position value coming back to running back.
I see Seattle about that because clearly they're letting Walker walk.
But Walker also got them the Super Bowl MVP.
Exactly my point, and they're letting him walk.
So I'm just saying, like, but it shows you how much that running back truly means to a team. Like, he got the MVP, bro. And you look around the league, bro. Like, these elite running backs are going high in the draft. Where did Bijan go to the Falcons? Did he go 2 or 3?
I thought he was. I don't remember. He was top 10 for sure. Was he?
Yeah, he was like a top 5 pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Thought he went 3. but could be wrong there.
I remember that year that the
Oh yeah,
Falcons.
he was eighth.
Oh, eighth.
So maybe
Yeah, I
maybe
thought it was like
Jeremiah Love.
seventh or
So
eighth.
maybe Jeremiah Love goes around that seventh, eighth range, and it seems like each year that top running back is going a little bit higher, which to me shows me the league kind of coming around to the position. Genty last year, what did he go to the Raiders? Was that 3 or 4?
Yeah, he went top 5.
So it's like each year, bruh, that position is getting a little more love from the talent evaluators, man. And I think we enter in that territory where running back is kind of back to being a premium position. And then you also look at Jeremiah Love, right? Because we always think like running backs fall off at age 30. Jeremiah Love's coming into the league at 20 years old. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have 10 seasons hypothetically of elite Jeremiah Love, bro. Like if you're a GM and you don't plan on winning a Super Bowl in 10 seasons, you shouldn't be there anyway.
But see, this is why I say he's a perfect fit for you guys, because not for nothing, right? I'm not trying to pause on y'all boy, but your boy showed you like he gave him a decent tight end, some decent receivers, and he could make it work. Now let's pair him up with this running back. You're telling me he's like the best offensive player coming into this year draft. Like, let's see what that does then. Like, that's why I would say the Commanders. This is something you got to pull the trigger on this running back, because clearly your running back room isn't screaming elite, isn't screaming like, oh, we have to stack the box. Like, you know what I mean? Like, defenses aren't really caring too much on your running game.
Nah, yeah. I'll say this on Jeremiah Love. I don't see him getting past 7, 8, or 9. The Commanders, Saints, Chiefs. I think one of those teams definitely pick him up if he falls to that spot. But I can definitely see the Cardinals or the Titans potentially making a move on him as well.
Yeah, I think Titans are that wild card. You know, another question I got for y'all when it comes to draft is like, man, these Ohio State players, bro. Like Ohio State is going crazy this year when it comes to NFL draft. I see legitimately on the defense alone, probably 4, maybe 5 first round picks. 4 first round picks on the defense alone is crazy though. So I wonder, like, which of these Ohio State players do you feel like is the best coming from that defense? You got Arvell Reese, you got Sonny Styles, you got Caleb Downs, and you got Caden McDaniel. What's his name? What's Big Boy's name?
Caleb, I forgot.
Caden McDonald.
McDonald. Yeah.
So I think all 4 of those guys are first round picks. Which one of those Ohio State defensive players is your favorite?
That's a great question, honestly, bro. If you would have asked me that a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I definitely would have said Caleb Downs. But the more I've gone back and looked at some Ohio State games, Reese is a dog. Like, he clearly jumps off. And then Sonny Styles just had that crazy combine, and that's the main topic right now. But look, they also say Styles is a student of the game. He's you know what I'm saying? He's able to call everything at the line. He's one of those type players. So I would say for me right now is between either Reese or Styles. It's crazy to think that Ohio State has so many smart and talented defensive players on the field at one time. And to your point, I think McDaniel is getting underlooked here because of all the other crazy talent on the squad. But yeah, they got at least 4 of them.
What about you, G?
Give me Styles, bro. Look at his measurements. He's 6'5". He weighs 243 pounds. This dude looks crazy.
Yeah, G, he paused on this, but he's the same size as Megatron. They were calling him the defensive Megatron at the combine and shit.
Yeah, a whole lot of pulls in this combo, but yo, dude, what was his what was his 40?
He's probably saying, "Yo, dude." He said, "Yo, whole lot of pause, yo, dude."
Yo, dude.
Yo, dude is crazy, but I feel you. That
what was his 40?
He ran a 4.4, I think, or 4.45 or something like that.
At over 240 What?
Nah, yeah, they compared his measurements and his 40 time to Megatron, bro. Like
Yo,
that's
dude, what
how
is his
crazy he
what
was.
is his
He had
wingspan?
the he
I,
had
I
the
know this is
highest
in basketball, but what is his wingspan at this point?
he had the highest what was it, broad or vertical jump, I mean, of the position group in like years. Like broke the record type shit.
Dude, I'm sorry. If he's damn, his numbers,
He have a
his
bench.
measurements are
Dude.
crazy. Pause. Like I'm not even trying to like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Like I'm looking at it right now and yeah, I'm taking Sonny. That's impressive to me. Just his weight alone. I mean, he's running a 440 at over damn near over two at 250.
Yeah, and I'm into the RAS scores, the RAS scores that kind of compare players. They kind of projects players based off their physical measurements. And one of the things I read was like the only players, first round linebackers taking top 10 with RAS scores like Sonny Styles were Luke Kuechly and Brian Urlacher. So it's
Yeah.
basically like if you're that level of athlete and you get taken top 10 at linebacker, middle linebacker, you're pretty much guaranteed to be a Hall of Famer. So I do think Sonny Styles is like a can't miss player. Um, the only thing that worries me a little bit, right, is the late conversion to LB, right? I mean, he came into Ohio State as a safety, right? Converted the year before last. The year before last, there was a few too many missed tackles for my liking, but he cleaned those up this year for sure. But the only thing that worries me is just that the experience at linebacker, right? And then the other question is like, is he a true middle, or does he end up being like an Isaiah Simmons from Clemson a few years ago, right? This is Isaiah
Let's not bring
Simmons.
that man name
I was
up.
crazy high on Isaiah Simmons, bro, and he has very similar measurements to Sonny Styles. And what happened with Isaiah Simmons is you just couldn't find, as talented as he just couldn't find the right spot on the football field. Like, was he like a will linebacker? Was he more of like an in the box safety? He just wasn't quite big enough and stout enough to play the middle of the field at all times and take on that type of punishment. I don't have that level of concern about Sonny Styles, but it does kind of remind me of Isaiah Simmons coming out of Clemson. Because of that, I feel like the best player from Ohio State is Arvell Reese, bro. Arvell Reese to me, dog, bro. This tape is crazy, bro. And then like I feel like Arvell Reese could be linebacker, right? He could be an off-ball linebacker, but he might just be that edge destroyer, dog. He might just be his ceiling as an edge rusher. I feel like he's just scratching the surface. And yeah, I don't know. To me, Arvell Reese is that guy out of the Ohio State players. I think he's the one I'd go with over Styles and Caleb Downs as much as I like him. And I also like Caden McDonald too. I feel like you trying to build the middle of the defense. Caden McDonald's going to be a legitimate run stuffer and some little bit of pass rush threat for the next 10 years. But damn, Marvell Reese looking like, I hate throwing that word generational around, but man, the explosiveness is just out of this world, bro. The instincts out of this world.
Yeah, I would say of the four, I think he's the one that's gonna make the most impact right away. Like I think year one, you're gonna see the impact from Reese. Um, but not to double back real quick though. Y'all had me thinking on the running back because Bryce, you asked about the value of the running back, and it reminded me I saw this greatest running back of all time list, and I had to get your opinion on it because they had the top 25. This is NFL thing on IG. They had the top 25 greatest running backs that they're ranked of all time, and the only running back on there that was currently still playing was your guy Derrick Henry, and they have him at 15 overall. So I want to get your thoughts on that, Bryce. Man, what do you think about that? Derrick Henry, 15th overall, top 25 running backs all time.
I think that's high praise, right? When I start thinking about like some of the running back, I'd like to see the list because like I don't think
Okay, I'll give you some of it real quick. They got him ahead of Thurman Thomas. Thurman Thomas 16. They got Terrell Davis at 18, Curtis Martin at 20, Jerome Bettis 24. Ahead of them, they got Marcus Allen at 14, Earl Campbell 12, Gus Sayers 11, Marshall Faulk, Eric Dickerson. Like,
Who's one? Walter Payton?
yeah, one is Jim Brown, two
Okay.
is Barry Sanders, and three is Walter Payton.
Okay. Okay. Hard to argue with that. Now just keep running down that list from one down, bro, because like this is a hell of a list.
Okay, so after Walter Payton at three, we got Emmitt Smith at four,
I
Danian
feel like Emmitt
Tomlinson at
Smith gets way more credit for his longevity than his greatness. Like he was really good for a long ass time, but I feel like I've seen better RBs. But my bad, keep on, keep on.
LaDainian Tomlinson at five. And then we got Eric Dickerson six, Marshall Faulk seven, Adrian Peterson at eight.
Disrespect.
I would
He was
probably
an MVP in
I'd
this
probably
era
put
of
AP
football.
over Marshall Faulk, and probably where Emmitt Smith is probably where I'd have AP personally.
OJ Simpson at nine.
Yeah, before my time.
Respect, respect,
And then
respect.
Franco Harris at 10.
Yeah, another before my time.
Then we got Gus Sayers 11, Earl Campbell 12, Lenny Moore 13, Marcus Allen 14, and Derrick Henry at 15, which is what sparked the combo.
I can't be mad at Derrick Henry 15. I think if you start to really like examine Derrick Henry's career when it's all said and done, we're gonna say that this dude put up 70s, 80s running back numbers in the 2020s, right? He put up numbers that you were only supposed to put up in a past time right now when passing is at an all-time high in this league. All these other running backs, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to take away from their greatness, but the Gale Sayers, the Franco Harrises, you know what I'm saying, the Eric Dickersons, like they were in a league where it was dominated by running the football. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not dominated, but way closer to 50-50 than it is right now.
No, you're right.
Derrick Henry is doing this at a time when you're not supposed to be able to run the football. Now, someone could then on the flip side be like, well, defenses were designed to stop the run when these older players played. And that would be a good comeback. But I also just feel like Derrick Henry at a time where like running isn't really a thing. Like Derrick Henry's putting up those old school running back numbers. So 15, when it's all said and done, he might end up being close to like 9, 10 on this list. And I also think if Derrick Henry played in the 80s or 70s, he'd probably be top 3 or 4 on this list. All right. So it's one of them things where, timing is everything sometimes.
And the Instagram page is NFL Historic. I definitely want to give them their love on the shout out since I just ran down their list. So shout out to them. But it is an interesting list, though, man. Personally, when I first saw it, I was like, man, I kind of think Derrick Henry's a little too high on here. But they do list their accolades on the side. Henry got 5 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Time Pros, offensive Player of the Year. And to Bryce's point, a lot of the other running backs, they won MVP, but they won MVP at a time where running backs could win MVP. A running back's not winning MVP in today's game. That's almost an impossible feat. You literally
I think
got to do something historic.
AP is the last one to win an MVP during the quarterback era that we're in now.
I think the only thing that Derrick Henry is missing that the top 10 guys pretty much all have is Super Bowl win.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Other than Barry Sanders. But, I mean, he's Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Barry Sanders definitely, he's probably the best running back I've seen with my own eyes. Like, I wasn't around for Walter Payton, you know what I'm saying? It's a little before my time. Jim Brown, I've heard stories from like my grandfather, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, my uncles about how great Jim Brown was. So I don't want to take nothing away from Jim Brown because like I've heard
We've seen some great running backs though.
Yeah.
Like LT, Daniel Tomlinson, he was that dude, bro.
LT was that dude. I'm also surprised that Chris Johnson's not on the list because I felt like CJ2K was low-key unstoppable during his run. But yeah, LT, AP, Chris Johnson, and Barry Sanders is probably the best I ever seen. Like, I can remember as a kid just being like, this dude is unbelievable. But yeah, I would say, man, that list stacks up to me.
Damn,
it's a strong list.
Is who?
Nah, Saquon's not on it. The bottom half is Thurman Thomas at 16, Moore Mortley, Terrell Davis, Jim Taylor, Curtis Martin at 20. They got Tony Dorsett at 21, Dutch Clark 22, Edgerrin James at 23, Jerome Bettis 24, and Frank Gore closing it out at 25.
See, like Frank Gore was not better than Chris Johnson to me, bro. And Curtis Martin, I remember
I'm
Curtis
sorry, bro.
Martin.
Frank Gore wasn't better than Saquon either.
Probably not. Probably not overall. Frank
But I
Gore
think
is
when it's all
prime
said
was a
and done,
monster, but
Frank Gore is
Saquon
a
is definitely a top 20 running back of all time. And he's got the Super Bowl ring. Might
if
be
we look
top
at
10.
that list, I would have to say probably outside looking in, bro. Unless we're gonna take away one of them old heads that we just don't know enough about. Like maybe Jerome Bettis. Like is Saquon better than Jerome Bettis?
Yes.
Probably.
Probably yes.
Nah,
He almost had that 2,000 yard. If it wasn't for the sitting
all
on
right, hold on. Let me give you some of Jerome Bettis' accolades before we just shit on him. 6-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All Pro, 1993 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, 1996 Co-Player of the Year, 1-time Super Bowl winner, 8-time leading rusher, 8-time leading. That means he led the league in
I
rushing
know what
8
it
times.
means. I know what that means. I ain't fucking.
All right, let's not just we're not just gonna shit on niggas named Jerome on this show.
I forgot.
Yeah, I can't put Saquon over Jerome Bettis, man.
I could, bro. What's the highest season you had as a rusher?
I don't have that in front of me, but I think the bus is a better nickname than say quad or whatever the hell he got.
Jerome Bettis has 1,665 yards. That was his best season as a rusher.
And what is Saquon's highest rusher as a rusher?
2K.
Thank you.
I mean, that alone, I think should get Saquon on the list. I'm not faking on that.
Jerome Bettis though was definitely unstoppable in his prime. Like
He was.
You know who should be an honorable mention is Jamal Lewis from the Ravens.
Oh, that one year, yeah.
Best year was crazy. It was crazy dominant. But he
didn't have Holmes. We had a generation of great running backs, bro. Sean Alexander. Like there were niggas that had a decent year or two. I mean, they didn't have the longevity, but they had Terrell Davis is on the list he played 6 years, bro.
Yeah, Terrell Davis won 3 chips in 06 though.
Yeah. He had a crazy 6. He had a crazy 6, bro. I want to say he was like MVP like 1 year, offensive player of the year, and then crazy 6, bro, crazy 6.
Saquon probably deserves. If we're ranking 25 of the best running backs of all time, Saquon probably does deserve to be on the list, though. If I'm being honest.
Damn, but if we got to count Super Bowls, right? Then that means you got to drop down Derrick Henry a little bit.
No, I don't think you got to drop down Derrick.
But my thing is, so why are we keeping some of these guys with a Super Bowl?
Derrick Henry's better than Saquon Barkley all time, bro.
But what's the most yards that Walter Payton ever rushed for?
Stop it! How about to play the Walter Payton night at number 1 game?
Highest season.
You better do your homework, bro. You better do your damn homework. You start asking questions like that.
That's before my prime. That's before I started watching football. I was still watching soccer.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's the most I ever watched. People running the bus.
Here's some Walter Payton accolades.
But bro,
1970s all-decade team, 1980s all-decade team. Like
Walter Payton had 10 years in between 1,500 plus seasons. So like he ran for 1,500. He ran for 1,800 yards in his 3rd season, and then ran for 1,500 yards in his 10th season. Like he was dominant from start to finish, bro. Like we ain't about to do that to Walter Payton, bro. Like that's the best running back of all time, bro. It's not
second to Jim Brown.
Well, according to the list, I was gonna say according to this list is Jim Brown, and then Barry Sanders, and Walter Payton. Number 3.
My list, I got Walter Payton 1, and it's just based off doing my own homework, bro. Like the man was unbelievable. Barry Sanders is another one where it's like I think Barry Sanders was great. He's the best I've seen with my own eyes because I wasn't around for Walter Payton. Like I'm talking about live, seeing it live. But Barry Sanders had a short-lived career too. What was it? 8 seasons?
10. I think it was just 10
Was it
flat.
10 total?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he also never had any playoffs, great playoff success, no Super Bowls, nothing like that. So, but Walter Payton did. All right, so it's like Walter Payton did have Super Bowls. He did have
Yeah,
great.
this is the crazy thing about Barry though. So he only played 10 years, 10 Pro Bowls, 10 All Pros.
Yeah, Barry
10 all
Sanders.
pros.
Barry
Yo,
Sanders.
10 All Pros. The nigga played 10 seasons, bro. Like that's like, bro. That's
And
how you know the
see,
Lions are a
I
cursed
kind of all pro
organization.
more than a Pro Bowl, but damn.
Hey, we got a question for this running back conversation. I think it's a good one too, man. Thoughts on Lions trading Demo, talking about David Montgomery for a bag of chips. I said in the group chat, Lions gonna miss David Montgomery. It's all fun to trade a guy until you realize the league is trending towards this two running back setup, bro. Like you need two backs in this league right now, in my opinion. And David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, to me, made up the best backfield in the league for the last couple seasons. We just take the total accumulation of the backfield. Um, hey,
Wait,
I think
what did
you're
the
gonna miss him,
Texans
bro.
give up for that?
5th-round pick.
Yeah.
That's a
Just a
great
5th-round
trade for
pick?
the Texans.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I guess my question back to Chris Kincaid would be, what kind of chips are they? Are they Lay's chips or are they Doritos chips? Because for some Cool Ranch Doritos, I think I would be satisfied for it. Look, I think the Lions know exactly what they're doing, man. You got Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't want to say running backs are a dime a dozen, but you can find another bruiser type back to pair with Jahmyr Gibbs. I know we're sad to see Sonic and Knuckles go. I posted it on my Instagram story. They posted, Sonic and Knuckles, with tears and shit. I get it, bro. I get it. My son was a fan of the nickname and all that, the duo. But we all saw the writing on the wall, man. Like Jahmyr Gibbs has been the guy for the Lions. That was the way that they needed to go. So I think it's fair that they traded him. We can say it's for a bag of chips. We can make that joke, but I think they just tried to send him to a team where they know he's going to get a chance to really rock. I think him being on the Texans is a great fit. Um, so I'm happy for him, and I would like to say that they're probably happy for him too. The Lions strike me as an organization now with Dan Campbell and all them that they're going to do right by players. So I think they'll take the 5th-round pick. They probably could have got more from a different team, but I think they really wanted to make sure that the player also got a situation that would benefit him. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, nah, they did that. They fools, but that is good. That is the right thing to do. All right, I'm trading you to the highest bidder. All right, we not giving you your best situation. So
I
I
think
give
they
you a
probably
second
could have
round pick.
found more than a fifth for Montgomery.
I
I don't
do
know.
feel
Running
like
back gets the value.
yeah, the position does get devalued. I think David Montgomery is going into his age 28 season. So if we go by the 30-year-old running back theory, that means he's got 2 solid years left in him. I do feel like David Montgomery's got the style, the run style that could last a little longer than that. But great compliment to Jahmyr Gibbs. I truly feel like if Gibbs is hurt, right, you don't really miss a beat putting in Montgomery. And I feel like that's what they lose out on, bro. I feel like they really lose out on that. That's the comfort blanket for a guy like Jared Goff to be able to rely on that running game whenever you have to. So I don't know, man. If I'm the Lions, I wouldn't have done that deal, but I get why cap constraints and things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much they miss him though. And hey, man, Jahmyr Gibbs, that stock going through the roof right now.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we got to keep it pushing though, man. We side quest over here with some of these topics, but it's good convo though, man. It's good. But I got to jump to the baseball combo right quick, man. We got the World Baseball Classic coming up. I know G wanted to touch on that, but real quick, I want to get y'all's thoughts on. Here we go. I'm back. The new rule that the MLB is implementing with the challenges, I believe they did it last spring training. They're bringing it back for this spring training, and it looks like they might even have it for portions, if not all, of the regular season. But apparently, you can do challenges now in the MLB. I saw Aaron Judge challenge a strikeout the other day. It was upheld. He got called out. I'm not sure exactly how they work it with how many challenges you get. But yeah, what are y'all thoughts on that, man? I know it's the baseball crew tonight on gas. So if the MLB's been adding little nuggets like this throughout the years recently to get more viewers, It's the pitch clock is one of them. So what do you guys think about the challenges, man? Is this good or bad for the MLB?
Jump ball?
Jump ball,
Well, pop up ball?
pop fly.
There you go. Now, for me, this is perfect, man. But the only thing I'm gonna be sad, managers exploring on the umpires because they gave you the wrong pitch. You know, I mean, bad call. Are we gonna see that? Because I love to see Aaron Boone fucking bug out. I love it when the players kick the dirt on top of first base. I mean, not on top of first base, on top of the home plate because of fucking the Empire called it a strike when it was damn near clear it was a fucking ball. Like like those kind of fucking blowups. I personally enjoy. I think that still should be still part of the game. But I believe teams are both going to be giving three, so you get to challenge three calls. And I believe you're only allowed to miss two, and then the third one you get it back, something like that. But so it's like regular, like, with the challenge flag with the NFL. This is so way like the game doesn't like fucking you're calling each and fucking every call that they're throwing out there. But no, but like that's gonna get tricky though, because if your guy is a batter and he thinks the shit was a strike, I mean the shit was a ball and it was a strike, a lot of our favorite players gonna look like assholes. And sometimes when and I don't know when is like the cutoff line though. Like let's say you're like at ninth inning and you still have a challenge. Can you use it? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dive more into the exact rules on how they can use it. It was just so crazy to me to even see something like that in the MLB. It was Aaron Judge that I saw challenge a strike. He said it was a ball and it was upheld and he was out. It was strike three. So I just thought it was interesting. The very first thing that went through my head though, honestly, was damn, if they're using AI to what I'm saying, like figure these things out, then and they're not gonna need the umpire. Then that's what I was trying to tell Bryce, man. The AI is gonna take all these jobs and people gonna be out of jobs.
Nah, that's a good point. AI is coming for jobs for sure. And I would say like for things like this, where it's like for instance, right, officiating in the NBA is subjective, right? Like a charge, like or a personal foul is kind of in the eye of the beholder, right? But when it comes to the strike zone, it's a very defined square. It either is in this square or it's not in this square, bro. Like,
literally.
So, like, if AI can do that for us and tell us if the pitch was actually in this square, the umps really should not exist anymore, right?
I mean, not really.
Outside of
We've already
calling outer safe at the plate, that's it.
right, and they already challenged every single one of those. So all of those can be reviewed, right? Like safe at first, safe at second, safe at third, safe at home. All those can be challenged at any given moment. So like, why
Wasn't
they
that
don't
also
just?
three? Or you could challenge as much as you want.
I don't know, bro. I feel like with the first base calls, they be challenging them shits.
On
They
the
all get
regular,
challenged,
right?
I feel like we see a lot of challenges in them.
and I guess like I don't want folks to lose jobs. There can still be an ump out there just for the nostalgic sake. But like, why are they still calling balls and strikes, bro? What are we doing here? Like, they getting that shit wrong all the time. There's a website that's just dedicated to showing you who the worst and best umps are. Like,
Oh
there's
yeah, I
literally a
forgot.
website dedicated to it, and some of these umps be around like 80% what they call. So you mean this dude's 80? He's only right 80% of the time. 20% of the time, this dude is wrong. What are we doing here, bro? Like sometimes, and then sometimes like, if you watch a lot of baseball, when a game is a blowout, them umps be ready to go home, bruh. And everything for the team that's down 9-2 becomes a strike. Because these umps trying to get three outs on the board as soon as possible. All right. Man, I feel like this is where AI can make things better, bruh. Maybe the ump can still maybe we can do challenges in reverse. If you feel like the AI got it wrong, then we'll ask the ump. All right.
This guy,
It's time
this
to get
guy,
rid of
he's an
calling
asshole.
balls and strikes, bro. It's time, bro.
Nah, nah, man. It's a brave new world that we're living in, man. I never thought I'd see this, but Yeah,
because like what the AI can't do is tell you if like it was a full swing or not. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we just let the umps do that part. But like
No,
ball,
the AI might be able to. You could probably line that up somehow too.
but you also got to think about it, man. Sometimes these bad calls give you a good comebacks. Like let's say
that's not a good thing though.
no. But hear me out.
That's called
Technically,
cheating. G. That's
If
called
technically,
no. Hear me out.
that's
Hear me
called
out.
point
Hear me out.
shaving.
Hear me out. He said point shaving. Don't let Vegas hear you.
That's called a federal. That's called a federal suit, a federal lawsuit. Yeah, all right.
A federal indictment at this point.
Right.
Shout out Chelsea Billups and them boys over there.
Shout out to Tim Donaghy, man.
Oh shit. Now, but hear me out. Sometimes when when the Empire calls it a ball, giving them a full count, or instead of that calling that strike and killing that one inning, it swings the momentum. Gives your favorite batter another chance to swing the ball. And let's say it gives you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I do agree with you. That is facts. Like
that's a part of the game. Like that's the one thing that's what I wanted to say. Like that's why I think the league is only allowing 3 challenges per team.
It's gonna be interesting, man.
So that's why I'm like, I'm okay with it. Now once you're making it a regular thing, then you can say the same thing with the NFL. So why the fuck do we need refs out there?
No, that's a good point. I would say like if they make it 3, right? It should be unlimited in the 9th inning, or they should all be automatically reviewed in the 9th inning. Because what I don't want to see is like a team uses their 3 on 3 obvious missed calls by a ref, and now at the bottom of the 9th they get a bullshit strikeout. You know what I'm saying? Because like the ref is just that horrible, the ump is just that horrible, right?
Yeah, that shit.
Like, bottom of the 9th, top of the 9th, like it should be automatically reviewed on some 2-minute shit in football. You feel me? Like, last 2 minutes, all players reviewable. Like they're gonna have to adopt something like that in MLB if they're gonna go forward with this.
Shit.
Yeah, it's hard to argue. Using the AI for the strike, for the balls and strikes at least. But this is something I think we'll definitely have to come back to because, like I said, we're entering new territory in baseball. This ain't your grandpa's baseball no more for sure. And then on the final topic, man, before we get out of here, man, I gotta ask y'all about the viral moment between Luka and the head coach, who called it very normal. By the way, it's a very normal interaction according to him. So what did y'all think about it? I don't know if you caught it, but Bryce, what were your thoughts on that whole situation?
We talking about Luka versus
JJ.
Versus JJ Redick, man. And like I said in the group chat, bro, maybe Nico was right about Luka, right? They hated Nico for the trade, and yes, it was a horrible trade, terrible return for what he traded away, which is one of the great young superstars in the game. But bro, the more and more time goes by, the more and more this guy looks like he was probably right about Luka's mentality, bro. It's a horrible look to be that guy that's pulling away from the coach, looking uncoachable, right? Obviously, we live in this. I've always said power to the players, but maybe power to the players is starting to get a little out of control, right? And a part of it is because,
you don't say.
A part of it is because like the discrepancy between how much the players make versus how much the coaches make, right? Like for instance, right? If you play in high school sports, right? You got to listen to that coach because he literally has the power to bench your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally has the power to kick your ass off the field or off the court. But now it's like, if Luka don't like JJ Redick, the buses are gonna fire. Jeannie Buss gonna fire JJ Redick. All right, that's just how this shit goes. You know what I'm saying? And I think we lose that hierarchy what coaching is supposed to be, unless you have players that know how to buy in and are willing to listen to that coach, which is the leadership. And Luka don't seem like the player that's willing to really buy in, bro. Like. He not dapping up the coach as he come off. It looked like he was giving LeBron a little reluctant dap, for real. Even before the thing happened with JJ Redick. And I'm just like, man, at some point we got to point the finger at the player for not being a team player, for not, taking accountability, bro. And Lucas to me is starting to seem like that type of guy. And hate to say it, but maybe Nico was right about Luka, and maybe he, still sold way too low and should have got way more value. I don't disagree there, but I don't know, bro. I'm starting to feel like Nico was right.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to sell low to get rid of what you might see as a bigger problem to the overall team. So I mean, you can't be too mad at those type of moves if that is why you did it. Luca is a top tier talent though. Like there's no question. And I know you know that. I know you're not like trying to downplay his game or nothing like that, but it is we all know from watching a lot of sports over the years, man. If you're a good player, you can win, you can contribute to the winning, then people will put up with your bullshit. Like that's just the fact of sport. So would you say that it's starting to outweigh it though, Bryce? Like even for the Lakers, or do you think I think it's obviously too soon for the Lakers to try to cut bait in any type of way, but at what point does this start to become a bigger issue for the Lakers overall?
Nah, that's a good question. I feel like if it was just one of the issues with Luka, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? If it was just the JJ Redick shit, all right, big whoop, we can try to fix that. But it's the JJ Redick shit. It's the fact that he complains about every single call and doesn't run back on defense. It's about the fact that he's doesn't seem to be in the best shape, right? It's like all these things combined, dog. And if it was just one of them, I wouldn't be too concerned. But when it's all of these issues, bruh, man, we gotta call a spade sometimes, bro. And I think Luka looking like as talented as he is, he might not care all that much. I think that's a big issue, bro.
G man, what are your thoughts on Luca, man? Is he what Bryce is saying, or do you think we need to give him the benefit of the doubt here?
Man, he's just superstar, man. JJ Redick knows he got to show a face for the rest of the boys over there. Like, yo, listen, man. This motherfucker's still my Super Bowl, but the superstar, but the rest of you fuckers better get in line. You know what I mean? Like, yo, fuck all that extra shit y'all talking about over there. Y'all motherfuckers gotta pick up the slack for this asshole for not playing no fucking defense. I mean, all the extra shit that Luka does, I mean, that's the price to have when you have him as your number one guy. Can you win with him? Sure, he took a team to the finals. I mean, and mind you, during that finals run, he was like one of the top defensive players during that run. So it's not like Luka doesn't play defense. The only thing about him is he plays defense when he wants to. It's all about when he wants to. And I think that's just the headache. I mean, and to say Nico was kind of right, I mean, it was he though? Because Nico got fired. Nico betted his job on the hopes of having AD healthy, and that's the most wildest shit I ever heard.
I just mean like he was right. I said he didn't get value that he should have for him. But it's like if you leave a chick that's abusive to you and is toxic, you know what I'm saying? Then she goes and gets a dude that's got a $5 million net worth. You know, were you wrong for leaving? Were you wrong? No, you wasn't. You was right. She just went and got better value elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's kind of what it is.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're saying it like that, but fuck, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Luka. Like, you know, you got to eat the shit for what it's worth.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I mean, if they were supposed to just stick with Luka, they probably if they would have got a crazy 5 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks for Luka, it would have been a much better value, and he might not be fired. And we might be looking at like, hey, you did the right thing. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
I mean, if you're the Lakers, like, yo, your investment on it wasn't so much. Like, you still got draft picks.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not mad at what the Lakers did. Like, do y'all think Luka will win a championship though at this rate?
Nah,
Yes,
not with the Lakers.
he would. My only thing with the Lakers is that what's Buddy that they got this offseason? I thought the Aiden, what's his name?
DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, I thought he would have been a better player, but he's playing so lackadaisical. Like, I'm like, dude, I thought that was a great pickup for the Lakers, and then look at him now. Like, he's so.
The Lakers are looking very much like a first round exit in the playoffs for me right now, and that's no good for either LeBron or Luka. You're supposed to have two top 10, top 5 players in the league by some accounts. Like, and it's not looking anything like that to me. So yeah, the Lakers got to do a lot better. But we'll definitely be touching more on that as the weeks go by when we get closer to these NBA playoffs. Anything else y'all want to get off before we finish up?
I just want to say shout out to Venezuela. I hope you beat DR. I need you guys to beat DR. U.S. do not sleep on Mexico. They got a little roster, and in Puerto Rico got the easiest run right now in the World Classic, which I'm surprised because Lindor's not playing and a couple other players are not playing. But overall, I got U.S.
G, you high, man. DR taking this whole thing, bro.
No,
Look at that
not,
DR.
bro.
Look at that DR lineup, bro. Shit's
Bro,
unstoppable.
if there's anything that me and you know about Juan Soto defensively, he is a hazard.
You crazy as hell, but who cares if he hitting homers? I'm not tripping off.
But did you see our
that
lineup?
DR lineup is so ridiculous, bro.
Did you see our lineup?
Man, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about Venezuela, buddy.
Yeah, but
Shit's not
Venezuela,
happening.
yo, remember last year people slept. They slept on Venezuela, and Venezuela smoked them out of there.
I got a dub for you if you want to bet Venezuela DR.
I bet.
All right, I'll take that easy, dub. Appreciate you, buddy.
And that's a part of your gift on March 21st. You know, took that away from somebody early in life.
All right,
I'm
man.
in Venezuela's roster. No shot, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Watch out for Venezuela.
You got pitching though.
That's all you need, baby.
Yeah, that's what.
That's
I
literally
mean,
what
like,
you need in baseball. Pitching. If you don't have to pitch it, it don't matter who can hit. You ain't hitting shit.
yeah.
They got Acuna, so
All I'm saying, man, watch out for Venezuela because DR do not have the pitching. DR does not have the pitching.
DR got the best lineup I've ever seen.
No, they do not, bro. They do not have a better lineup than the United States.
Okay.
All right, man, you forget who's batting third for the U.S. El Capitan, not just for the
This guy.
not for the New York Yankees, but now for the U.S. of A. You forgot who 99 is playing for. You forgot who the real big Bambino. Pause. Aaron fucking Judge. All rise, baby.
Hey, we definitely want to touch back on the World Baseball Classic because it starts up this Thursday. So next Tuesday we gonna see what it's looking like.
All I'm saying, man, look out for Venezuela and Japan. I don't think Japan's gonna be in top. Japan's gonna end up in third or in fourth.
Bro, Fernando
They might
Tatis,
take the whole thing.
Fernando Tatis, Ketel Marte, Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero, Manny Machado, Junior Caminero, Julio Rodriguez, Austin Wells, Perdomo. Good luck, bro. Good luck. Good luck, Venezuela. Give me my go ahead and zell me right now, G. Crazy hell, man.
I mean, we're gonna watch that game, bro. I'm gonna definitely call you. You better pick up my phone.
All right, I got you.
And Zelle exists. I ain't trying to have my shit Western Union.
Y'all know how we end each and every show, man. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture. Go Yankees.
Send
Go
you that
US.